Excuse me. Welcome back, Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, classic slash non-classic. This is episode number 748 and Doubleshot number 650, no, 47 and 747 Doubleshot 651. Like I said last episode, two Sega Avengers traits. First up is a hardcover for the second volume for the series, Eyes of the Dragon. I gotta love this freaking cover. It feels like a classic kung fu movie poster, which I'm sure that's what Mike Deodato, the artist, was going for. Yeah, Brubaker is the writer of this one. Now, I should point out, this is the second and last trade to collect issues from Ed Brubaker's run, because he leaves. Yeah, then after this, we have two writers who don't stay on very long, and then starting with the last writer of this volume, started this thing where they do like 15, 16 issues, and that's it. Stay in the book for like a year and leave. I guess Brubaker must have started that little trend. Two stories in here. First of which is the Eyes of the Dragon, which, those of you curious though, who is that guy on the cover with the strange looking helmet? Believe it or not, that's Shang-Chi's father, Fu Manchu. Though, here's kind of the thing. Marvel does own the rights to Fu Manchu, so they retconned it where that was just an alias of his. His real name is some weird Chinese name. And so, for this arc, Commander Steve Rogers recruits Shang-Chi to the team, who's only part of this one story arc. And of course, they have Prince of Orphans join the group. Though later on in the Matt Fraction Defender series, Matt Fraction made this guy a villain and had him kill pretty much almost all the immortal weapons except for, I think it was like the Bride of Nine Spiders. Yeah, except for him. Yeah, most of them anyways. But they also figure out the whole thing up. This is also the debut in the story series of John Steele and Max Fury of the Shadow Council. Let's just point out though, after these issues, the Shadow Council are never brought up again until Rick Remender's second arc of this run. Yep. Because apparently the other writer just simply forgot. Now, those of you curious though, who the heck is Max Fury? He is an LMD, first appeared in pages of Defenders. Let's see if I can find him here. Yeah, I know it was issue of Defenders. Yeah, people assume it was Nick Fury, but it's just Max Fury. He's just an LMD who just happens to have the memories of the original Nick Fury. And he just happened to look exactly like Nick Fury, except in this one he wears the outfit of the Shadow Council. John Steele is no Golden Age superhero who made his debut in like one story. Let's see if I can find him here. Yes, the name is pronounced Steely. He made his first appearance in Daring Mystery Comics #1. Yep. And that was back in 1940. So, pretty much, Brubaker brought back a one-shot villain. Though he did appear in a miniseries called The Marvel Projects, but here, he's an agent of the Shadow Council. And this storyline, also, during the storyline, Sharon Carter is kidnapped by, of course, Max Fury and John Steele. And they do, now this is only just a quick little four-parter. Yeah, the last couple issues is just an explanation of how in the world John Steele was turned evil. Yep. Not a bad thing for Brubaker to do for his last two issues. Just explaining something he set up. Yeah, John Steele is really evil. So, yeah. Let's see. Now, I have it up right here. The creators of Max Fury is Roger Stifler, David Kraft, and Keith Giffen. He made his debut back in Defenders 46, which I have in trade. So I have his first appearance. I have to look it up, but he looked a lot different back then. But yeah, great martial arts kung fu story. And I do highly recommend this for people who are basically loving espionage stuff and people who are fans of Ed Brubaker. This is just a fantastic series. I love it. It's 9.75 out of 10. This is really, really good. Next episode run I actually was very disappointed with. Secret Avengers, Run the Mission, Don't Get Seen, Save the World by Warren Ellis. Yep, this is the Warren Ellis run. And every issue has got a different artist. Yes, the interior artist for issue 16 is Damon McLeave. The cover is done by Matthew Wilson. 17, Kev Walker, who is the interior artist. The cover artist is Frank Martin. 18, the artwork is done by David Aja, very fantastic artist he is, and Raul Allen. 19 is done by Michael Lark. 20 is done by Alex Malik with the cover art done by Nick Filori. And number 21 is done by Stuart Imden. Yeah, with these issues, these 6 issues, they're all standalone issues. And they're just random missions that these people have to go on. Also, after these issues, there are 3 members of this team who are never seen this book, well, this volume anyways, ever again. Though one of whom will return for the next volume. And these following people are dropped from the book. And as far as I know, I have never heard an explanation for this. Sharon Carter is dropped from the book, along with War Machine and Moon Knight. Yeah, 3 characters, 2 of whom are really interesting characters. Got a good amount of development in this series by Brubaker. Yet Warren Ellis just has them just to do these random missions. Yeah. They just feel really random. It's just Steve Rogers just picking a few members of the team, go on a mission, do his espionage, stuff like that. The missions are fine. Okay, what are the missions? Okay, for the first issue, the team is basically, for this issue, is just Steve, Beast, Moon Knight, and Black Widow. I mean, you gotta love this gorgeous artwork. Yeah, that's the best thing about these issues, is these fantastic artwork. Yeah, but at least Warren Ellis makes Moon Knight interesting. That's probably the reason why Marvel allowed him to write Return the Moon Knight in, I think it was 2015? Yeah, he returned the character in 2015, where he did the, actually it wasn't 2015, it was the volume before Jeff Lemire. He was the first writer of the book. Yeah, when he had developed the personality of M. Night. Yeah, where you wear like the white mask and dressed in the fancy suit. Luckily enough, Lemire actually referenced that in his run. Yeah, a lot of these missions seem very random. And I kind of felt as though for these issues, despite the fact these issues are actually not that bad, but I kind of felt as though Warren Ellis uses these issues just to get them out of the way, because they're a spy team, so let's have them go on missions. Yep. Now, despite the fact these issues are kind of interesting, but that's the major disappointment with this. Like, when it comes to Secret Avengers, I love the story arcs they do for this series, but these are kind of weird. Now, this comes right after a tie-in with Furita, which I don't have that trade. Yeah, and also the first cover for this particular run, you have to turn it on side to look at the full image. Yeah, I don't know why the artist did this for. It's really weird. Yeah, there's 4 people infiltrating a country to steal a car, smash some stuff. Yeah, it's like a quick smash and grab. Yep. And that's just the first issue. First part of it. The Beast Box, which has the cover of Steve Rogers being run by Demon Truck, which, by the way, that does not happen in this storyline. Oh, no. And who is the team for this issue? We have Steve, Sharon Carter, Valkyrie, and War Machine. Yep. These 4 people. Now, there's one thing that kind of really a bit turned me off from this storyline. The artwork, how they drew the faces, is really good. But, man, what is up with the giant lips? Well, I looked at this again, because it's been a few years since I've looked at this. I'm like, wow, what in the world was up with these giant lips? And this is an artwork done by Kev Walker. Yeah, what is up with this? I've seen this in a few other stories. Mostly there is one artist who has a trademark of whenever when you see his artwork, he gives the characters really big lips, and that's Mark Bagley. Yeah, he's a fantastic artist. Also, they have the Quint carrier get partially destroyed in this issue. Yeah, the Quint carrier gets partially destroyed. It gets fully destroyed in Brubaker's during during the 19 issues of the 6th volume of Captain America. Yep, that's where it gets destroyed. I should point this out, though, about the Quinn carrier. It's actually owned by Steve Rogers. It's a vehicle owned by him. Yeah, so his base operations that he used for Secret Avengers is his own personal property. I should point out, though, once Rick Warren Ellis leaves this book, the Quinn carrier has never seen this series ever again. Nope, it gets moved over to the Captain America book, where it becomes basically kind of Cap's second home before it gets destroyed. Yep. And of course, it gets replaced by something called the Lighthouse. Yeah, then we have another issue which has Shang-Chi takes on some members of the Shadow Council with this really good artwork. I think this is David Aja. I think it is, correct? Yeah, it's David Aja. Yeah, fantastic artist he is. I kind of wish he would have done some more issues for this, and I kind of wish also he would have been the artist for the Immortal Iron Fist series, because he was the artist of the previous Iron Fist book, The Immortal Iron Fist, which got a lot of critical acclaim, though it lasted for 2 years. Yep. Though he was the artist for Hawkeye, which got praised for that. Yeah, beat up some goons. Yeah, this is the only issue that deals with the Shadow Council. We also have one of the Arlem Zolas. Yep, that's him. According to Steve, this is Arlem Zola 4.2.3. Yeah, this is some random Arlem Zola. Yeah, he does pop a couple more times after this, but he doesn't really do very much. Yeah, so... yeah. And then we have a quick little cameo by Reed Richards. Yep, Reed Richards. Also, I should point out, though, in this series, Steve has an energy shield because, well, the shield is basically enhanced at this point by Bucky Barnes, so he's got an energy shield. And he had this fantastic cover, number 19. Who does this cover? It's really good. It is done by, it's a Matthew Lark cover. Yeah, they go to the country called, they go to Samarkand. Yeah, the country that was wiped out by Ultron during the Rage of Ultron. There was a one-shot. Yeah, I think this might have been a different country with a similar name. Yeah, it's a quick little spy mission. Also, yeah, I think this is also the first time he adopts the suit that becomes for his Moon Knight persona, for his M Knight persona. Yeah, when I see this suit, I'm like, yeah, Warren Ellis is the one who created this, so I'm not surprised that he decided to make this a fixture in the Moon Knight book for the first arc of that particular run. I think it was launched in 2013, I believe it was. Yeah, 2013 was launched. It was a fantastic run. The only run I thought was really there was like 3 writers for that run. It was Warren Ellis, Brian Wood, and Colin Bunn. I love Warren Ellis's work for the book. Brian Wood, I thought his arc was a step down, but Colin Bunn was a lot better. Yep. Yeah. Last couple issues. Yeah, great little spy cover. Of course, this cover is done by... yeah, it's an Alex Maleev cover. I actually met Alex Maleev. Very nice guy. Yep, and this is just a story featuring Black Widow and War Machine. Yep. Of course, you have appearance by Beast as well. Yeah, it's a quick little espionage type mission, infiltration, stuff like that. Yeah. Missions are just okay. Some of them were kind of interesting. The other one I found really interesting was Shang-Chi beating up a bunch of Shadow Council, which is the only time Warren Ellis deals anything with the Shadow Council. At least Rick Remender manages to follow up with this plot point with the Shadow Council during his run. I'm going to get this a 9 out of 10. Actually, I'm going to give it a sort of a 8.75 out of 10 because I kind of felt this was a disappointment. Because I'm sure some people probably felt this way during when these issues were coming out because people were expecting an arc by Warren Ellis. And instead, we have 6 one-shot issues. Yeah. And then, of course, once Rick Remender took over, Moon Knight, Sharon Carter, and War Machine were dropped in the book. Though I do have a theory of why. Here's my theory. Moon Knight at this point, later on after, he was like just not long after this, I think it was just around the same period of time. Moon Knight got a spin-off book. Not Avengers Moon Knight. That was canceled prior to this. He got a new ongoing series, which got canceled 12 issues. War Machine got moved back over to Iron Man because Matt Fraction has some ideas to do with him, though he briefly got killed off and he came back. In the case of Sharon Carter, I can perfectly understand why Rick Remender dropped her from the book, because she's a supporting character for Steve Rogers, and of course she still appears, though they still keep her basically aged up from Rick Remender's one. I kind of wish they would use the Cosmic Cube, the one who turned Steve Rogers young. I kind of wish they would do that for Sharon Carter, because she can really use it, because I don't think basically people are digging the whole old lady look for her. People like when she's smoking hot. Yep. So yeah, not much else to say about these issues, but yeah, that's really it. Next episode, I have about 2 more Ultimate X-Men trades. I'm gonna do next episode, but after that, there's like 2 other ones I'm gonna do. One is another volume from the series. The other, of course, is a crossover mini-series with Ultimate X4. You'll find out what those are at least about a few episodes from now. Okay? But until we see you in the next review, bye.